Morning gang members, it's Andrea checking in on day 3 of my experimental eating for hunger journey. Okay, I came to you yesterday in the afternoon and told you I wasn't sure how last night was going to go. It didn't go great, but I suppose I did learn a few things. My husband and his friend went to see Black Sabbath last night. They're in concert in Melbourne at the moment, and I drove them into the city, which is really only about 20 minutes away, but I came home to an empty house. Disaster for me. Oh my Lord. Obviously when I'm lonely I think about food. I ate my pumpkin soup for lunch, I told you. I ate some more pumpkin soup for dinner. I wasn't particularly hungry, but I wanted to eat. I ended up eating 3 bickies. I wasn't hungry, and some sugar-free chocolate. Yes, I still try not to have too much sugar in my diet, and if I can, I will use sugar-free. So I did eat 3 bickies and 3 squares of sugar-free chocolate that I really didn't need. I didn't need them at all, so I don't think I went that great last night, although I realised what I was doing. Pardon me, early morning coffee. So I realised what I was doing. I did think about it. I thought about... I argued with myself. I knew I was going to eat them. I knew I didn't need them. So there are, you know, even when you're experimenting and even when you have the best of intentions, it doesn't always work out that way. So I realised I had to pick up my knitting and keep knitting, but it was an overwhelming urge to just pick up those bickies and keep eating them. I really had to stop myself going back for more. So nighttime is a huge downfall for me. Being alone is a huge downfall for me. It was really cold. I thought about coming into my office, and I've just done a new canvas, so I was going to start painting that. But it was so cold, I didn't want to leave the heater in the lounge room. So disaster last night. Not exactly disaster, but not a great night for me. Okay, so I wanted to talk to you about my 5 rules a little bit today. Actually, I don't feel just going back to last night, I don't feel bad that I did that. I still ate really slowly, but I must admit that I've been reading a book called I Can Make You Thin by Guy McKenna. Look it up if you have never heard of it. It's really old now, but I've had it in my bookshelf for years, and I dug it out again for myself the other day, and the rules of his are pretty much lining up with the rules I have going on here at the moment. But what he says is that if you eat after you're satisfied, each mouthful tastes less and less delicious, and that you should be consciously enjoying every single mouthful. Well, I found that I wasn't enjoying every single mouthful, and I realized it was because I wasn't hungry. So that was a huge breakthrough for me. I actually sat with that feeling for some time and thought about how you don't actually feel good when you overeat. And if you tune in and listen to that, it's not a nice feeling. So I was really relieved that I was able to tap in, tune in and turn on, so to speak, and get in touch with myself. And I did manage to stop after 3 bickies and 3 squares of chocolate. Yeah, it's done. I can't go backwards. I can try and move on from that. I feel a bit week that I only got to the end of day 2 before my emotional eating took over, but I suppose that's what this whole journey's about, really, isn't it? It's about learning to listen to your body, and that's taking me a little bit of time to work out. So it's going to be a little bit of a long vlog. If you want to switch off now and you've heard my last night's results, go for it. I just wanted to read a bit to you about self-love and what I'm doing. This is from something you can get on the internet. It's called Transformational Weight Loss, and it's a personal revolution for food and body sanity. It's written by Charles Einstein. Just look up Charles Einstein, transformational weight loss, and you'll find that on the internet. I got this through talking with Gail, Graphics Girl. We're kind of on the same track at the moment, and we've been doing a lot of reading, and this is something she forwarded on to me. So basically he's talking about self-trust and self-love, and he says self-trust means to love and trust your body unconditionally. More specifically, it means to love your body and trust its messages. Relevant things are like pleasure, desire, deliciousness, revulsion, discomfort, satisfaction and delight. But really it comes down to the first two, pleasure and desire. Okay, so he goes on to explain that we like to deny ourselves a lot, and that it doesn't help because we're never really going to deny ourselves for too long. Our bodies tend to override our mind in that way. So he talks about the pathway for the desire to flow and for you not to block it. And it's not about the conquest of desire. That would not be self-trust. It would be a continuation of war against the self. So he's saying stop fighting yourself. Give in and eat what your body's desiring. There is a reason behind it. And the other part of self-trust, to unconditionally love and accept yourself. I've met very few people who enact it to any meaningful degree. Now, this was true of me. I kept saying, oh yes, I love myself, I love myself. But when you truly do love and accept yourself for who you are, you don't obsess over your weight, you don't obsess over the scale, you don't obsess about what your next meal is going to be. You're too busy living and enjoying your life. So, if you notice any self-disgust or any other kind of self-hatred, including self-hating beliefs in your own laziness, greediness or weakness, then I have a very big request of you. I request that you love and accept that part of yourself too. I want you to accept not just your body, but all of your habits, thoughts and feelings as a perfectly natural response to the life you chose to enter. Got that? Self-hatred and self-rejection are not the new enemy to be hated or rejected. You will not transcend these beliefs, nor will you transform your body by fighting or rejecting them. So he's talking about loving the whole self, loving even the bad parts of you, because they actually make up who you are. Embrace those parts of you. And once you do embrace the whole of you, then I'm assuming you get to that point of self-acceptance, which I'm not exactly at yet, but I'm working hard on uglier parts of myself and self-talk in the way I speak to myself. Okay, so to love yourself unconditionally, we have so many references. That was one. The second one is Robin Phipps Woodall's Weight Loss Apocalypse. You all know how to find that. If you don't, look up Robin Phipps Woodall, Weight Loss Apocalypse. Dr. Mark David from the Institute of the Eating of Psychology says that it is our state of mind and how we regard ourselves and the food we eat that makes all the difference. He talks about how you think about yourself and how you think about food makes a difference on how you digest it and how you metabolize it. Isabel Fox-and-Duke, he's on the internet too, for the Institute of the Eating of Psychology. Isabel Fox-and-Duke, loving yourself is the key. She says you can't self-loathe your way out of emotional eating, only self-love your way out. We have a number of others. This vlog's getting really long. I'll go into more of that tomorrow. Wish me luck on my day of intuitively eating. Bye, gang members. Love you all.